Yellow?
Yellow, hello, hi.
This is not going good.
Not at all whatsoever. Great intro, everyone. Wonderful. Great. Hi, welcome.
I had to say something.
Okay. Welcome to our very first podcast of 4-Bit Chinchillas. Hey!
The four amigos.
The four... Yes. Well, we should start off by, introducing ourselves. I'll go first. My name is Alfred. Should we put our last names? Yeah.
No.
No? Okay, no, okay.
We do not want people finding us on the internet if people do listen to it. No. Listen to this. No last names, no locations of where we live. Nothing like that.
So, just plain out Al then. Just no problems, and then go on and so forth.
Who's next?
Hi, my name is Michael, and I'm a heroin addict.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Welcome to the 12-step program.
Welcome to the Fitness Gram Pacer test.
I'm gonna find that on YouTube. My name is Sam. That is what I am called. Nobody says anything. YouTube crashed. Fuck YouTube.
And there goes our very first.
Oh wait, who is Mo? Wait, I'm Mo.
Who's Mo?
My name is Mohammed. I like chicken, and that's it. No, I'm joking. See, what we like to do is gaming, and we talk about social life. Yes. And we just make jokes.
General bullshittery.
Your normal everyday life. Honestly,
yes.
That's what you don't really get.
Just four homies doing homie stuff.
Yep.
Yes, four homies chilling on the Xbox.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what exactly are we going to be talking about? Well, that's a very simple answer. We're going to be talking about Futurama. Because...
hey, good news!
Good news, everyone! There's a new season coming soon. We don't know when it's coming out, but it's coming out.
Can we talk about how I said... Can we talk about how I said, hey, what's Futurama?
So...
And then there was me.
Earlier before we even started, we were all kind of just setting up, we were getting ready, and then Mo comes in and is like, wait, it's a show?
It's a show?
So
you didn't even know it was a thing.
We're gonna be talking about the first episode today, while also introducing Mo about the world of Futurama. So, Space Pilot 3000. What are your thoughts?
Thoughts? All right. So the episode actually aired on March 23rd. No, not 23rd. It's March 27th. Jeez, get my facts right. Of 1999. So it is really old, surprisingly. Well, not that old, but hey, but the animation does hold up to today's standards compared to other series that I've seen.
Simpsons.
Guys, I had a brain fart. Now I just remembered what the show is. It's not my favorite. But I won't have judge on anyone else.
Okay, so...
He hated it so much he blocked it out from his head. Me with people I don't like.
So, a little fact about Futurama as a whole. The writers themselves were actually, they had master's degrees and everything. These are, we're talking about, very
professional
people, teachers, mathematicians, scientists, we're not scientists, but
physics, physicians.
Yeah, physicians. It's these people knew what like the topic at hand, and so you can see it in certain episodes where like the things that they talk about is like they do stack up. Sometimes some of it is fictional, obviously. Maybe some of the things that they talk about like is a little outdated, but still there is
They're relevant.
They're relevant.
It is very relevant. Super.
The only issue I really had with the pilot episode was the way they made Leela. Because
what do you mean?
The Fate Assignment Officer, Leela.
yeah, they could have introduced her in a better way than what they did. Having her chase down Fry and Bender the way it happened, it was kind of like, I get it, you gotta do your job, but you're taking it to the extreme by hunting these two, a person and a robot down to implant a chip into them.
Well, obviously the law is really different in the year 3000. You
That's
permanently
true,
have
too.
one job, and you have to stick with that job. Oh my gosh.
Job or no job at all.
Honestly, yeah.
She
Well,
still
like-
could have been a little bit more chill about it.
Well,
I mean, for God's sake, she almost killed them.
well,
Like,
that's
twice,
the-
I think.
Like, she was like,
Leela's entire character is that she's a little aggressive. Like she's someone that doesn't tolerate stupidity or like immense amounts of stupidity.
she's like
But
a
she-
soldier.
Wait,
Yeah.
guys.
I have to disagree
Yeah, I'd
with that.
say
I
something.
have to disagree with that.
For some reason,
Wait,
that
so-
guy on the when you look at the first episode and the picture of that guy with the orange hair,
Wait,
Right.
which guy? Fry?
Yeah.
Okay.
for some reason he just found something so horrible. He went brain dead for a couple of seconds.
Oh, yeah.
You get to see it in his eyes.
Oh, you're talking about when he gets frozen or something. So,
Oh, wait, he was frozen?
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
So let's back it up a bit. So the episode
Yep.
starts with Fry in his old job as a pizza boy. He,
The Pachunis.
actually,
Or Panucci's.
Mr. Panucci's, yeah.
Yeah.
He gets a delivery to a cryogenics lab under the name Seymour Asses. And-
No, it's Icy Wiener.
Icy Wiener. Fuck. Wrong.
Yes.
episode.
Is it on New
Wrong
Year's as well?
episode.
Wrong episode.
Wrong episode.
Yeah, right.
Icy
Still within
Wiener.
Futurama.
Okay. So basically, Fry doesn't find it funny, and so he decides to spend his New Year's in the cryogenics lab, just drinking beers and eating the pizza that he was supposed to deliver. And so one day, as the clock ticks to the year 2000, like the Y2K, he tips over and falls inside of an open cryogenics chamber. And so the chamber sets him up to be frozen for 1,000 years. And so we see a little montage of everything that's happened in between those 1,000 years. Like we see the city being rebuilt, destroyed again. Like,
Monkeys, the medieval ages,
Oh,
robots.
yeah, I wrote that down.
The
That
alien.
was really funny.
It
The
was
Corona.
fantastic. The Corona.
The Corona. Now, you know what? I'll expect that in the newer one. Disease. If they don't have a disease plaguing through the earth.
Right.
I mean, they did that with
But
like
continue.
later seasons, like when the common cold was brought back.
Oh.
Yeah, like Fry brought back the common cold with him because apparently it went extinct years ago.
Rip.
I remember that episode. They also did a Simpsons crossover episode too. For that.
I never watched that one.
But it wasn't technically a part of Futurama.
Okay, that makes sense. So
They made it a part of the Simpsons series instead for some reason, which
okay,
makes no
so
sense.
that's why I didn't see it, because I was like, maybe it appeared on like The Simpsons, but not in Futurama itself. So after being frozen for 1,000 years, Fry wakes up because the chamber like has like a, you know those little oven cooks, the little timers on
The kitchen timer.
yeah, the kitchen timer.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it finally just sets and it just lets Fry out. And so he wakes up and notices that that he's no longer in the present. He's no longer the year 2000. He has been sent to the year 2999. Like
specifically that year.
He was set like the day before New Year's, and so at first Fry is like, "Oh my god! Everyone that I know has died, or like I'll never see him again." But then he just puts back up.
He's just like, no big deal. They hated me anyway. Because he actually celebrated it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He was like, woo!
So
what happened?
So from there, no, you go right ahead. You're doing good.
So after that, he basically goes around and then he meets Turanga Leela.
Turanga.
There, Leela starts explaining the standard procedure of the cryogenic lab. He gets probed, was it?
Oh, he need. Okay, so he has to get a career chip implant. That I wrote. So like they give him a career because she's the fate assignment officer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when you first meet her, and so Fry gets the delivery boy as a career, and he's like distraught. He's like, "Well, I'm not gonna be a delivery boy." And then from that moment, he tries to escape her, and it turns into like Leela chasing them. But like in the process of like him escaping, he like outwits her and ends up like freezing her for like 5 minutes, I believe, or something. Like at first he was gonna cryo freeze her for I don't know how many years, and then
it was another 1,000, I think.
Yeah, right. And he was like, I'm not gonna be petty, so I'll just do 5 minutes for her. So I was
and
like,
then the two cryogenists that came walking in, welcome to the future.
For real.
I can't remember his name, but she said shut up immediately, and it was phenomenal.
So after leaving the cryogenics lab, Fry gets to explore the year 2999, and he sees obviously it's not the same as it was back in 1999. Like he's
no,
like flying cars, like travel tubes, like they're
yeah. I said the tubes.
and then he bumps into Bender, which is the other member of the crew.
Oh, but he bumps into Bender, but at the funniest part. So like he wanted to make a phone call or something. I can't remember to who, but I think it was to his distant relative.
His great grandnephew or something like that.
Many great nephew. And in the process of that, he thought it was a phone booth, but it was actually the
suicide booth.
The suicide booth. The 25-cent suit.
After almost getting himself killed with the suicide booth,
that whole thing is just awesome.
Just
the whole scene.
It's just funny.
Choose the cause of death.
Quick and painless. Make it snappy.
Yep.
Oh man.
So.
But yes.
Okay, so what happens afterwards?
I think no. They managed to. I think. Fudge. I can't recall. Wow.
And
I just saw the episode.
I know what happened.
They went to a bar.
After they got back out of the suicide booth, they went to a bar where they see Leela outside. She's showing their pictures to the people outside, and she asks this one guy, he shows a picture, have you seen them? He points to the bar, and they book it.
To the underground old city, New York. This is the funniest thing to me, honestly. That instead of just rebuilding old New York, no. You know what we're going to do?
On top of it.
We're going to build a higher platform. What? New Jersey's built on a higher platform
Like
than
there
like
was a
so.
there was a fire like a while back, like a couple of years ago in one of the states, and instead of like rebuilding, they instead built over it. They like I think it was
It
like
has to be some part of land, maybe.
it's in the U.S. It's like there's a state in the U.S. that had a great fire, and instead of like rebuilding everything, they instead built over it.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds
It
like
sounds
more
like
of
the
a
town in
California.
Pennsylvania. That sounds like one of the
Oh!
Oh wait, no, Pennsylvania.
I know.
They didn't rebuild over that.
No,
They just
they had
they
to,
just
they had to move
evacuated
it.
the city.
Yeah, because they the whole land is basically just uninhabitable at that point by the amount of
on
like
fire
carbon.
still. It's like
But
underground
that's
on a fire.
what's
Silent
the
Hill
town's
Town.
name? I know what's the name.
Hang on, here.
It's called Cortnolia. No, it's something around those lines. But it's in PA though. It's actually not that far. It's like more like a 3-hour drive. But like, still,
It is
it's wild
called
though.
Centralia.
Centralia. Yeah, Centralia.
Centralia,
That's what
something
it
like
is.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. But like, yeah, it's wild having like we're just gonna build New York on top of New York. Sounds good enough to me. So from there, that's when Leela ends up catching up to them, and then they have like a little heart-to-heart thing moment, and then she realizes she doesn't want to be a fate officer anymore. Tries to take out her chip. I think wait, she does take out the chip, right? Yeah, yeah, she does. And then from
And
there
that's
they
how
go.
they go to the professor's place.
Yep. Oh my god, that was the best part, honestly. When he was trying to give them a new job, and he's describing the new job to Fry, and he's like, "You're gonna be a delivery boy, but you're gonna be a space delivery boy."
Oh boy.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! I'm a delivery boy!
I'm
I
a real
literally
boy.
died. I was just dying. I was like, so his job description is basically a delivery boy. I can't. I see what you did there, and it was great. I loved it. Oh my god. So speaking about Futurama, I would like to know your opinions. So like, when was like the first time like you saw Futurama, and what can you kind of vaguely remember from like your earliest memory?
Um,
Actually,
okay, go ahead, Mom.
I just remembered. I remember watching one of the episodes. And then my grandma told me don't watch that ever again. Actually,
Forbidden.
it was like, I remember there was like a person sitting in it was like a grass pot. It was like a big grass pot. It was like sitting in it. And then he went up to a woman that had like one eye. And like, I don't remember what they said, but
Leela.
yeah. And then, that's all I remember. This was like...
The first time I ever watched Futurama was like, it was the episode where like, they were moving stars because they were like constantly like jumping forwards in time.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the one where Bender was stealing like precious artifacts and art or whatever, and then they would come back and re-get him with all that precious art and stuff to resell?
It was basically them playing a basketball game against
The Harlem Globetrotters.
yeah, the Harlem Globetrotters, and the professor wanted to create super players, like Monstars, basically. And so they needed to take like little like space suns or something. It was like they were little particle blocks that, if they were fused together, they could create a serum that could create super babies. And so, after they during the game, they start like jumping forward in time, and nobody realizes it until it actually happens. So that like everything goes normal, but then all of a sudden you skip like 15 seconds into the future, and you only realize that like as soon as you skipped. And so the first time I ever watched it was like. I think it was at the part where they were trying to like the professor was trying to explain something, and then Amy was like not sure about it, and then it just cuts to them like doing the conga naked.
I remember that.
Oh my god!
What do you mean by that?
They just skipped to the future, and then voila, they were just naked doing the conga. I don't know how to explain it. It just happened.
That is quite funny.
Random.
I remember. Oh, my bad. My apologies. You could go.
Oh no, you're. I was gonna ask what's everybody's favorite episode of Futurama.
Oh well, I was gonna say from like my earliest memories, because I remember watching Futurama from like years. And, like, I feel like the earliest memory, I think, I remember it was like a parody of the Willy Wonka, like, movie.
Yeah.
Slime,
I remember that episode.
Like, they go to the slurm factory where...
Yep, that
one.
Discovers
that, like, the slurm is basically, like,
slug
piss or something.
I remember that one, and I remember the Titanic one as well.
The Titanic.
It had, yeah. That one, and then I remember, didn't they go see Dr. Zoidberg's Homeland or Homeworld episode as well?
Yeah, that was mating episode. Zoidberg starting to become very aggressive towards everybody, and they couldn't figure out why until I believe it was either Amy or the professor sorry, that mentioned it was Zoidberg's mating time.
That is funny, hilarious. Oh wow. But going to your question there, my favorite episode had to be, I think, the Popcorn Children episode where they're I can't remember where they were at. Yeah. Yeah, like they ended up finding or crash landing or whatever at some planet or something, right? And they find like this food that looks like popcorn chicken nuggets, and then they eat it and they're like, oh, this is the best thing ever. We need to franchise this. And then now everyone's eating it or whatever, and then you come to find out that the popcorn chicken that they're eating are just little babies from these alien creatures that they've been harvesting, and I'm over here like, wow, this is an episode, but it's great.
My favorite episode has to be like when Fry discovers that his lucky clover is stolen, or his brother, like he thinks
I remember that one.
The lucky clover, and so he goes to great lengths to try to find where he was buried and what they did with it. And then at the end, it turns out that it's it's actually his brother's son that's named after him, because his brother,
nephew, yeah,
it was his nephew. And the reason he was named Philip J. Fry was because his brother did it in honor of his brother. And so Fry doesn't take the clover and decides to just keep it there.
Oh. What about you, Sam? What's your favorite episode?
My favorite episode would have to be the iPhone episode. Because you would think, okay, maybe it's iPhone, God knows what number, right? iPhone 3000 and something.
It was just called the iPhone, and the whole gimmick was that
it went in your eye.
I guess I can see where's my iPhone.
Another reason Another reason I like that episode is because I believe it was the same episode where Bender and Fry made the bet to see who could get the most Twitter followers or some equivalent of Twitter.
They try to get as like who could get over 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And the loser had to go dip themselves into a very disgusting pool of spices, garbage,
and goat vomit.
and goat vomit.
Oh my gosh! And you thought Jackass was bad. Goat vomit.
What was your first experience with the show, Sam? Like we didn't ask you.
God. It would have to be... God, it was so long ago, it's hard for me to remember. I want to say my brother Tyler showed it to me first. And I kind of came into the living room when he was watching it, and I sat down. I liked it. I thought it was, hey, this is kind of funny. Didn't understand any of the jokes because I was too young. Watching it now, it's like, shit.
8-year-old.
If only those were there. My mom walked in. My mom walked in on me watching it. Well, she walked into the living room, and she was like, I don't want you watching this shit. And I was like, really? Watched it anyway.
You know, being a small kid watching Futurama, it kind of felt a little bit taboo in a way.
It did.
Like I know I shouldn't watch it, but I'm gonna watch it anyway, and I understand
Exactly.
a little bit of the jokes. Now, when I rewatch it as a grown full adult, it is one of the funniest things ever. Like, why do you want to have a murderous robotic Santa Claus hell bent on your destruction?
Because why not?
Because why not?
I think, the whole thing about, parents trying to stop you from watching, I felt the same, for some reason they did it with, especially, with my parents, they did it as well with, stuff like Billy and Mandy, where I wasn't,
Oh my gosh, bro.
No, don't watch it. It's
Dude.
I did do it with, American Dad and even, King of the Hill. I watched I watched Family Guy as well, when I was really young. But I would mostly just watch it for, King of the Hill and American Dad.
You see, I wasn't even allowed to watch that when I was younger. My mom wouldn't... Whenever it came on, the channel got changed. She wouldn't let me watch it. Though my grandmother, she did let me watch King of the Hill with her. Because that was one of the more tame shows.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, really, what was so wrong with King of the Hill other than the mild alcoholism?
Honestly,
I mean...
Dale?
Boomhauer, too.
Bill is just Bill. He's not even that questionable.
Bill is propane and propane accessories.
And then it's just Hank being the Western dad that he is.
Oh yeah.
Hanky. Oh wait, you were gonna say something?
No. And Mo, do you remember any episode that you thought that was your favorite?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never watched Futurama.
Okay.
That was what I said there. The one episode I watched from a kid, and then that's it.
Oh, okay, so you watched it once and never saw it again.
Alright,
Like,
we'll
I
let
don't
you pick
even-
the next
yeah.
topic.
I don't even
So,
remember.
show that you know. Overall, with Futurama, it's a show that you could genuinely watch any time throughout life. Because the animation quality is so prominent and so good. And it literally looks like it's made in today's times of animation. Even though we're a little bit more computerized and stuff, it holds up to this day,
I will
surprisingly. And it's
I will say this: animations that like back in like okay shows that have like drawing and really good animations from back then.
mhm.
Those are the good shows too. Like because they got like really good drawing, sketching, all that's good stuff, and they nailed it. Nail
It
the
also
episodes.
It also helps that this is made by Matt Groening, who also made The Simpsons. So clearly, like the people behind it have experience. Like doesn't.
Yeah.
Is The Simpsons still airing?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like the 30th season, maybe 40th.
They're actually at season 33.
And they're owned by Disney.
And they're
Don't
owned by
forget,
Disney,
guys.
but they're not doing anything with them.
Whoa!
Yep.
I
Disney.
For some reason, like I saw one of the ads for Disney Plus, and it was the one where like Marge is like a director. I've noticed that like her voice is completely like shattered at this point. It doesn't even come close to sound like Marge.
Well, you gotta think they've been doing it for
More
40
than
plus
30
years.
Yeah.
I've been doing this
They've
for
been.
4 years.
Is it one of the longest
Mhm.
still airing cartoon shows ever?
Yeah,
Well,
I
in the
think it
US.
is the longest.
it is the.
I think it
longest.
has moved up to the longest.
It's got
Wow.
33 seasons, right?
Yeah, yeah.
33 seasons in over
And
4
yet-
years.
Only one movie. They only made one movie.
Ah, they are supposed to be coming out with the second one.
Really?
Really?
That's what-
Wow.
I believe they are still doing that.
Speaking about movies,
Mhm.
did Futurama have movies? I think
No.
so.
Well, the TV specials
Yeah.
are kind of like movies. They're
Are they?
Yeah, like Bender's Big Score.
I remember that one. And then
Bender's
they have
Big- I
one
think
where
it's
like
Bender's Big Score was like the one of the more memorable specials.
I remember they had one where it was like a tentacle Jesus looking type of guy.
Oh yeah, that basically Fry had had something lodged in his skull or something. No, it was Leela. Leela had like a leech attached to her, and she didn't want to remove the leech because she found it cute. Even though it was literally just sucking up all of the blood in her veins.
Oh my god.
And Fry had something that was causing him to read minds. It was like a rock like stuck in his head or something.
Wasn't that the Worms episode?
No,
No,
I think
that was-
we're
no, that
talking
was-
about.
That was another episode. That was basically Fry eats a sandwich from a gas station and he gets worms that make him smarter
Yeah.
and better. But this one is like basically I think the Planet Express was going to be shut down again. But I might be wrong. But basically, the whole episode is basically about Leela joining in with other feminist groups or something. Like,
Oh, the Feministas.
yeah, the feministas.
Oh wait, is that the butterfly one?
No, that's not the butterfly one. The
The
butterfly
roller
one
ring
was
butterfly
where
one?
No, that was just.
that was
Leela
where
and
Amy and Leela became butterfly fighters, and then like Philip got this butterfly pheromone either on him or he ate it, one of the two, and then they became obsessed with Fry,
Meanwhile,
and it was
Fry
basically steroids.
Meanwhile, Fry was turning into a butterfly himself.
Exactly.
Literally mutating.
Oh, they have mutants.
So basically, at the end of the special, it turns out. Oh, okay. Now I remember. It was basically about Amy's dad trying to blow up. I think like a bunch of planets so they can create another casino. And at the end, all the planets like merged together into a giant space whale that protects endangered species.
Oh my Jesus. Endangered species. It's quite funny.
It was gonna take the little leech that was attached to Leela, but it then just Storyberg ate it, and so it then just took like the human a human essence. It took human essence because it said like I will not take a human being, a Homo sapien, and Fry and the other were like, wait a minute, humans aren't extinct, and then it just left.
Oh, the one that I was thinking about was where there was like this little rift in the universe that appears,
Yeah.
and then that tentacle guy comes out and like worship it and whatnot,
Yeah, that was
and then
another
they find
special.
out. Yeah, and then they find out that wasn't he like implanting them with like his babies and
No,
stuff.
I think it was just that he wanted to be with somebody, and as a result, it needed the entire planet to just be a part of him. It was like a very lonely space creature that invaded Earth just so that it could marry them.
Oh God,
Hey,
jeez,
desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a great episode too.
That was a good episode, yeah.
Oh, that's what you have it, Futurama. Come in next time for our next episode that we have no idea what's going to be about, but stay tuned.
Alright, goodbye everybody.
Goodbye.